Okay, here we are. Here we go. All right, so all right, so I don't know what happened, but my live my life had ended. But I was just talking about Reesa, Teesa, and Legion, and the story of how she just wasn't really aware of the magnitude of the lies that existed in her relationship, but not only her relationship, her marriage. So I also saw the interview with Legion, and if you haven't seen it, it's on the channel. I forgot the name of the channel. It's something wavy, and Legion is on there being interviewed, and you can just tell that this man is just full blown, just lying. And he lied about a lot of things. But I do have to say that when it comes to Reesa Teesa, the fact that she's on Good Morning America at this point, and she's talking about her story, it really saddened me to listen to the fact that she said she just thought it was her time and she didn't want to be alone, but also didn't want to, also hadn't experienced a man financially take care of her. And when I heard that, I just had to ask myself, what exactly was your intentions with this man? Because the whole entire story that I watched on Goddamn Zoe, which I love, shout outs to Goddamn Zoe. I'm a Zoe Navy fan, been a Zoe Navy fan. There were a lot of red flags with Reesa Teesa as well, because why was, like, what else were you looking for other than just being financially taken care of? Because that's what I heard majority of the time. And please share your opinion on here. This is an open conversation. This is an open conversation. I want to know if you are Team Reesa Teesa, if you are Team Legion. Why are you Team Reesa Teesa? Why are you Team Legion? And take a vote. Have you been with a Legion before? I know I had a client that absolutely was with a Legion before. But I felt saddened to understand, I felt saddened understanding what she was saying in Good Morning America. And she said that, so it was hurting, basically. She was hurting while she was having this interview. And of course, anybody would hurt. Anybody would be so disappointed, especially if you had a baby with this person and you ended up having a miscarriage. And I feel like God absolutely, like she said, God absolutely gave her the signs and tried to truly help her in the situation to get away from this man. But she went against the grain because she didn't want to be alone. Not only didn't she want to be alone, but she thought it was her time, like she said in Good Morning America. And also, he was providing financially, and she never experienced that before. I have to touch base on those things because as a certified relationship, marital, dating, and healing coach, I see this, and I speak from my own data, from my own experience. I have my own office in Bloomfield, New Jersey. I exist. I'm real. I'm not just a TikToker, a YouTuber, Instagrammer that's just going online, just talking out their, their booty hole. No, I speak from not only experience, but also from my own data. This is the problem that I'm seeing with a lot of single women today. They come to me as, to be coached as a dating coach. As a dating coach for me, it's always about personalized solutions. I do not. Thank you, OG Sam. I appreciate that, sir. Introduce yourselves. Let me know who you are on here on YouTube. Please don't be shy. I don't bite. Okay. Absolutely don't bite. I'm the sweetest person with a huge heart. Okay. But one thing I'm realizing is my ladies, when I speak to them, my single ladies, a lot of them are starting to really tell me that they've gone about dating the wrong way. And I ask them how. Legend has it, she bites. I may bite daily NMD, okay? Just saying. But one of the things that I do hear a lot of my ladies, my single ladies, say to me is that they've gone about dating in the wrong way, and social media has had an impact on their dating life because they start to compare their dating life to other women. And because their stories sound very similar, they then take that and run with that and say, oh, this is my story. When in all reality, it's like, no, sweetie, that is not your story because you haven't even experienced that. You're just going based off what you see online, applying it to your life and practicing it out there. Where in all reality, you're not being authentic to yourself. You're pretending to be something that somebody else told you how to be. That's not who you are. Just because we are women doesn't mean that we're all the same, or that we all think the same, or we all want to do the same things, or we have the same outlook on marriage. We have the same outlook on relationships. Listen, I tell this to every woman I meet. You can be single all you want. That's fine. Be single, live your life. If that's what you want to do, hey, go ahead and do it. No problem. But what are your intentions? Think about that. What are your intentions for dating? Because dating was never supposed to be for hookups. It was never meant to be for hookups. It was meant for meeting a stranger, getting to know them, seeing where things go. It was never just about sex. It was never just about what can I do for you. Everything is so transactional these days. Now, when I say transactional, yes, logic. There is a transaction happening because of the fact that I'm giving you pieces of me, you're getting to know me, vice versa. That's very different from transactional in regards to, oh, I'm going to give you some, and in return, you're going to, like, that's not what you want. You don't want to date just to go through that experience. No, what are your intentions? And I feel like Reesa Teesa's intention with this man was genuine. I will say I don't feel like she wanted to use lesion. I feel like she just went through, she must have had a bad past in her relationships or in her dating life, or maybe she didn't date enough to understand, okay, maybe I shouldn't be moving a man in within 2 weeks of knowing him, right? But a lot of men and women don't know these things. And it's the truth. It really is the truth. If you are not that self-aware about who you are as a person and what you want in your life, and you can't really define what type of relationship do I want? What type of marriage do I want? What type of single life do I want? Right? Very bad past. That's why I'm not dating anymore. OG Sam, I'll talk about that, and I'll get to that for sure. But the reason why I'm bringing this up and I'm talking about it is because Reesa Teesa, she ignored a lot of red flags because she wanted to. Period. Point blank. She's admitted this. She's saying that. So one thing, one thing that I just want to highlight is that she was aware of these red flags and still decided to stay. So she decided to stay. She decided to still give it a chance. But she also mentioned how she's never experienced someone taking care of her financially. This is where a lot of women go wrong. I want you to understand that just because a man provides for you financially does not mean that he actually loves you. Does not mean that he is committed to this relationship. I feel like Legion was there. He knew the type of woman that she was. He took advantage of that. He pretended to be something that he wasn't, because this is what Reesa Teesa was, this is what she wanted. She wanted this type of man, right? So let me become this man that she wants, even though I'm already a liar. So this is going to be easy for me. That's what Legion did. He asked her certain questions. I am sure that they had conversations where he got to know Reesa Teesa and was really like, oh, you know what? This is the type of woman I can get. Not only is this the type of woman I can get and I can trick, and when I'm saying trick, I'm not talking about the other tricking. I'm talking about I can trick into thinking that I am this person when I am not, because I've never had a woman like her. And I also know she's naive enough to believe all of my stories because she's desperate. You know where Reesa Teesa went wrong? When she allowed that man to move in with her within 2 weeks. COVID happened. I absolutely understand. No one wanted to be alone. I quarantined with my boyfriend now. We met in 2019. I'll be honest. 2019 in November of 2019 was the first time that I met my boyfriend in person. Okay, we met on Hinge. We spoke on video call and text messaging and phone call for 2 weeks before we even met. Okay, I met him November, 2 days, a day before Thanksgiving. We met, had the best date of my life. It was the greatest date of my life that I've ever experienced. Of course, fast forward, we're still dating. Now, COVID happened right after my birthday. COVID happened as soon as I got back from Culebra, Puerto Rico for my 30th birthday. I come back and literally 2 days later, everyone's talking about we need to go back home. We need to quarantine, stay at home. I need to talk to you. I learned something from you. Okay, OG Sam, that's perfectly fine. So very past. I'm not dating anymore. Yes, you are someone I definitely want to talk to, because I definitely don't want you to think that it's over for you. I'm always here motivating and empowering my singles. Like, no, it's not over for you. You just didn't realize what you truly wanted while dating. Stop listening to all this social media BS. But Gonna stick to the story that I'm saying right now before I go downhill. Oh, whoa.
So as I pull your grades up right now, as you're
Sorry.
sitting, you are currently sitting at a 39, and that's below fair.
Are you guys
39.
hearing that right now?
We gotta get that up. We gotta get that way up. Did you turn in the?
Okay, there we go. That was super weird. I am so sorry about that. I didn't know that you could play videos and also be on live. I'm brand new to this, so I apologize. But yes, fast forward. My boyfriend asks me, "Hey, do you want to quarantine with me?" We met in November, December, January, February. Okay, so now we've been dating for 3 months. And I said, yeah, no problem. Why not? We didn't think that it was going to last very long. So I can relate to Reesa, Teesa, and Legion in the sense of they probably didn't think it was going to last forever. It was going to be forever. Or let me not say forever. They probably didn't think they were going to quarantine for so long, for as long as as COVID was, we had to quarantine and COVID was existed. So, of course, when you move in with someone and you're quarantining with someone that you barely know, a lot of things could go either right or left. Okay, either right or left. Also, during this time, there were a lot of breakups, a lot of divorces. There were people separating because they just couldn't, they weren't in the same household for as long as they should have been. And it's very different from just coming and going. Like, I'm going to work, I'm coming back to work, so I have some space from you. I can still do me and go to work and come back and have my own time. No, we're quarantining in place. Like, we're staying at home. Reesa, Teesa was feeling lonely at the time. Legion saw that. He took advantage of that. She knew, this is what I want. He's taking care of me. I've always wanted a man to take care of me. She experienced a lot of things that she probably never experienced in her life before or in a past relationship. Legion, I have to say, he was very smart in, hey, beautiful lady. Hey, Devins Watson, come on in. Hello, hello. So Legion was very smart in really paying attention to detail when it came to her. That's what I realized. And she was very googly-eyed over this man because she never experienced anything like him. And this happens a lot to a lot of women. They feel and it's not on purpose. I want women to understand we are emotional beings. Men are a lot more physical. Women are a lot more emotional. Men can be logical. Men are logical majority of the time. If you have never experienced a certain affection or emotion or just any type of experience that you've never had, and this is a man that's providing this experience for you, you get attached to it pretty quickly. You do. Not because, oh, I'm just so desperate. Yes, it comes off as desperate. And let me tell you something. I was watching the videos on Goddamn Zoe, and I told myself plenty of times, just watching Reesa, Teesa, just telling her story, and I'm like, oh my God, girl, you cannot be this naive. You cannot be this blind. Like, you cannot be, there's no way. There's no way. This man is blatantly lying to you, blatantly, like, just lying to you in your face. And you still accepted this man. You have to understand the level of denial and delusion that she put herself through. But I want you to understand that it wasn't on purpose. It was due to the fact that she's never had this experience before. So now that I've never had this, I want to keep this. I'm going to do my due diligence and see where it goes. But see, now it's gotten so far so to the point where now this man, she talks about the house, she talks about the cars, she talks about how this guy is having conversations with the brothers and the sisters and some pastor, and it's like, okay, well, did you ever think to ask, let me speak to them for a minute, let me. No, I know a lot of you guys are asking yourselves, like, there is no way I would be that blind or that delusional. The thing is, you don't know until you're actually in that position. You don't know that. Trust me, my career has humbled me. Because I remember when I first started, I had a show called Love Conflict Show during quarantine, during COVID. It was all over Instagram. We did a podcast, and I remember talking so much BS. And it's BS now, but back then I meant it, okay? I meant it. I'm like, if you get back with somebody and they cheated on you, you dumb. If you are married and you stay in your marriage and you get cheated on, you're dumb. How could you? Da-da-da-da. All these things. Let me tell you something. Doing my job today, I take all of that back. You know why? Because you have to really go deep, dig deep, really get to digging. And that's what I do with my clients. I get to digging. I get to the depths of the depths, okay? Because I want to understand, why did you settle for this? Why did you forgive this person? Why aren't you able to just walk away? Why are you just so quick to just say, they're going to change? Why? And you'd be surprised if you did what I did day in and day out. You'd be surprised to hear, okay, to hear the reasons. And it all boils down to their childhood. It all boils down to their childhood. It all boils down to something that happened in their teenage years. It all boils down to something that they saw that a family member experienced. It boils down to so many different elements that I don't think you and I, and I say you and I, because I'm still learning. Yes, I study and I had to do my certification. I still go back to my certification. I go through my books and I study, and I have to go over certain things because it's not easy to understand a Reesa, Teesa, or a Legion. Legion is a pathological liar. But I'm pretty sure if we get to digging in Legion's life, we will understand why. He is listen, the Sayani that I am today is not the Sayani I used to be 6-7 years ago, okay? I can honestly say that. I am not the same Sayani from 7 years ago. Sayani from 7 years ago, I probably would have been like, you know what? I was a Reesa Teesa once upon a time. Yeah. And this is why, right? But today, if a man was to do something like that to me, I automatically, right away, I'm going to be like, excuse me, sir, you got to go. You got to go, sir. There's no way you're going to no, that's not happening. So what happens? What happens is you live and you learn. And I'm pretty sure Reesa Teesa has lived and learned. But one thing that she said in that Good Morning America interview was, I miss the Teesa that I was before all of this happened, before I met him. Because now I don't trust. Now I can't be that same Teesa anymore. That's the thing. An experience like that is absolutely going to change you. And I will say that she did publicly put her story out there, so everyone is going to have their own opinion. Everybody's going to be like, girl, you stupid. But I'm also not mad at Reesa Teesa, because Reesa Teesa had to go through that experience to learn a lot. And that's what we fail to understand. We fail to understand that you have to go through certain things in your life in order for you to learn. And it may not be the way you pictured it to be. I'm pretty sure Teesa was not ready. What? She had no idea this would happen. I mean, yes, she was aware that he did lie. She stood. But again, this is her lesson. All of us have to learn from it. Now, I would absolutely say, Miss Reesa Teesa, you dumb if you end up in the same situation. But I know that Reesa Teesa is not going to end up in another situation like that, because she don't want to lose this part of herself that's healing. This part of Reesa Teesa that's now evolving, that's transitioning into a different position in her life. Because now she went through that, she learned from it. Now I'm going to push forward. It's going to hurt. I'm going to cry. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to have these moments. I went through this too. Look at me. I went through this too. And that is okay. It is okay to make mistakes that you don't know that you're going to make. It is okay to go through a certain experience so that you're able to see, okay, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to experience that again. Now I see where I went wrong, and you learn from it. You don't beat yourself up over it. At first, you will. You will beat yourself up for it. I've been there before. Just because I'm certified doesn't mean that I'm not human. I am human too. Okay? I am in the relationship that I am today, of course, by the glory of God, by the grace of God, which I'm so grateful for, and I love God for it. I would have never known that I went through everything I went through to serve my purpose today, which is Love Solutions Consulting, LLC. I did not see it coming. Did not see it coming. But I want you all to just learn from this experience, learn from this woman's story. And really, my ladies, I'm going to emphasize, my ladies, especially my young ladies, please stop comparing yourself to what you see on social media. Stop comparing yourself to these other women. Stop comparing your relationship, your marriage to these women that share their experience. Understand that this is their experience, not yours. Yes, you might find some things that are relatable, but that does not mean that it becomes your story. There are a lot of you ladies that are in relationships, that are single, that are married, that go on TikTok, find other women that are talking about their experiences, and now you go back to your man and create issues that don't even exist in your own relationship, in your own personal life, in your own dating life, or in your own marriage. Seriously, I've heard it before in my own sessions with my clients. That's why I felt so passionate to come on here and talk about it. A provider is not just a financial provider. If you want to share your life with a man and really see that this man really loves and cares about you, he's going to show you in other ways than just finances. than just financially. Excuse me. He's going to show you. It's not just about, oh, he's emotionally intelligent. A man could be emotionally intelligent and still be, still manipulate you. I'm serious. Stop listening so much to what you, stop. I'm not going to say stop listening, because yes, I am here right now and I am on YouTube and I am giving you some advice and I'm talking about this story. What I'm referring to is stop listening to TikToks and reels and videos that you see that all they do is talk about how to find a man with money, how to manipulate a man or convince a man to be with you, how to convince your ex to get back with you, how to be a sugar baby and not get pregnant, do you understand what it does to your self-esteem if you are not self-aware of yourself? If you don't have self-love, if you don't love yourself to the extent of where you could look at yourself, ladies, in the mirror and say, wow, you're amazing. You're great. You're beautiful, girl. Woo! Let me tell you something. Any man that come across here knows my worth, because, and this is what I'm talking about. I want women to understand, what is your intention? What is your intention with yourself? What defines you? A man doesn't define you, baby. Money doesn't define you. Your job doesn't define you. You define who you are. I don't know if people that watch this believe in God, but the ones that do, I'm speaking from my own experience, from what I've experienced, from what I've felt in my relationship with God. And God showed me none of those things define me. I define me because God created me in His image. And none of us are perfect, but we do have the ability to be as powerful as we want to be. And I mean that. You don't become powerful by depending on someone else for your happiness. Depend on yourself, fulfill yourself, work on you. So when that man does come along, okay, when that man does come along, you know that that man is actually there for you, and that is it. He's there to support you, to love you, to lift you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to really grow with you and build with you and go through the different transitions in life. Put in that effort. His intentions is to grow with you through thick and thin. A man can have so much money and have all the money in the world, okay, and financially take care of you. And deep down inside, he's a legion. And the signs are there, baby. The signs are there. When you have your self-love and you truly heal from things that are just, see, healing is not just healing. Healing is not just, oh, I'm going to love myself this way and that is it. No, it's a process. It's a process. That's why I tell people therapy is not just, oh, a one-time thing. You just go to therapy and everything is good. No, therapy, you got to do the work outside of therapy. I'm serious. You got to do the work outside of therapy. You got to practice. You got to implement skills and things of that nature into your own personal life for you to see the results that you want to see. So with all that being said, I am not Team Reesa Teesa, nor am I Team Legion, because they both have some issues. And I mean that in the most respectful way, that they both need to fix. They both need to really dig deep and figure out, where am I going wrong? How did all of this happen? All right. So peace and love, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. This is like my second live, my second official live. I used to go live before, but it was during COVID and I didn't really have much of an audience on here. But stay tuned for more. I did get a vote. If people want to see a day in the life of Love Solutions Consulting. So I am working on that. And follow me. OG Sam, email me at welcome@yourlovesolutions.com. OG Sam, if you're still on. You can find all my information on the banner of my channel. There's a link there. Click on the link tree. You're able to contact me through the link tree. All right. Peace and love, y'all. I do have a virtual session really quick. So, yeah. Bye.